Mid-game comps. They don't have the Varus, they have the Ezreal. So a different 2-item power spike, but a very mid-game focused comp from KSV. They do have split push in the late game, but they are largely trading on Ruler, and these are sort of comps they had moved away from largely that I was kind of encouraging. The Galio pick didn't work, but a utility mid laner and setting up around the one player who has been a hard carry in solo queue and situationally in professional play in Ruler is a style I like to see from KSV, whereas for SKT, team fighting, but not the Xayah Rakan, the Xayah Janna. First time we're seeing this, maybe ever, in the LCK.
It's very weird. You mentioned how, okay, the Xayah into the Camille, right? You can Feather Storm, you can get up there and try to dodge out a bunch, and then they pick even more
Punch as the game goes on.
Speaking of a fight, he's trying to alley-oop him over to Blank, but they're turning this one around. Faker trying to flash away. That low karma, though, is going to go down. First blood going over to Blank in the jungle. Now with the red buff ticking onto Ambition, trying to get him down low here, but not quite enough. Will go for one more. Does get it, and forces that flash away.
Oh!
Ezreal ultimate coming on in, making things interesting. Tal with a fantastic roam from top lane. Picks up the kill onto Ambition, and CoreJJ uses his flash, cannot get in range for Ignite, and does not get a kill.
Okay. They may have to opt into it, as SKT already on top of the Infernal.
Yep, here we go. It's going to be leashed up, and a nice control ward in position. All the feathers have been left down, but look at this. Blank trying to go for the kidnap, and the flash gets off just in time, but the zoning effect is there. They're going to get the kill, and going for the dunk here, going to get two, is Faker on top of them. Ambition just trying to disengage. Blank still alive in a fantastic monsoon there from the Janna. Faker able to follow up now onto the kill, and Crown in a lot of trouble here. No flash left available. He should go down here. One more will do it. A double kill over to Faker as well, making it 4-0. Two Infernals in SKT's camp.
A beautifully constructed fight around the Infernal at the perfect time before Muramana was online for the Ezreal. KSV didn't want to fight. Blank went in, occupied the backline, and even though that didn't lead to a teamfight victory initially, they got the Infernal, then got the bonus as Sejuani was too far forward, looking for a smite contest. They get the mid lane turret as well. KSV are being schooled in control ward, put down to completely take over. It's nice outplay.
Oh boy, just totally missing that one. And there it is, the second Q comes in. Kyuve getting that solo kill. Now Ruler might be in some trouble here. Has to flash, but look at that. Faker gets everybody into the team. A huge play that should amount in a bunch of kills here. Gonna get one, and now CoreJJ pretty trapped on the end of it. The Blade Caller helps out, and Faker picks up another kill on the back of it. SKT are flying away with this one.
One small piece of good news in the bot lane as the outplay comes in onto Tal. But in the 4v4, there's still very powerful Valdez. Massive engage from Faker. First highlight play from him in a couple of series. They're taking over the Baron pit. They're starting up the Baron.
This is going to be incredibly fast. They got double Infernal. The TP comes in first from Tal. It's going to be up to Ambition, but he's already locked down between these two. Can they even pick up the kill here? They're going to force his flash away, but a very easy Baron. Go get the Feather Storm out there just in time. The Windian's getting to work. And the top lane saying, if you want to fight us, we'll just delay, and eventually that turret should go down.
KSV got a lot of value out of that ward. They don't have one here, though, so Zach's not spotted.
Just endless action in the back line. Kyuve goes down now, and Ambition, stop watching. Just having a little bit of fun, because there's no way that he can get out of there. As Blank now trying to acquire some more targets. He's going to get one. This should be the end of the game. Another person goes down. CoreJJ, the only one that's left, and they're going to give that kill over to Faker. Definitely very well deserved, but 36 minutes is all it's going to take. Medium length game here. SKT looking clean as hell as they take game number one.
And clean is a word we haven't been able to use to describe SKT all season. They have been far from clean. Even when they went on a winning streak with Blossom, it was aggression, not this clean play that the fans have been used to in the past. So with this lineup, Tal in the top lane, Effort in the bot lane. So two rookies for SKT at least. And when it comes to the top level of play, Tal was only playing in Challenger over in Europe to have a counter pick. Other people couldn't recreate it, but Faker's Anivia was super clean. Seems like KSV are considering flexing that Scion. We're gonna see Syndra mid lane Crown jumping on a pick that worked a lot for him in 2017 to try to attack the Anivia in lane.
Well, I play a lot of Telia, but I also played a lot of Anivia, so certainly caster bias coming in when it comes to the pick, at least this time around. Anivia, just so much play all around the world, and finally we get to see Faker picking it up. Certainly going to be a treat for all you guys watching out there. You tuned in at the right time to watch Faker's Anivia, so you should be happy about that.
A lot of zone control. They have the Rupture, the Wall, and also Zax's Engage on the side of SKT, not even mentioning Rakan's ability to get around a battlefield, whereas KSV have a pick comp going. They have very strong...
Anivia, Sigs another one. No AP Kog'Maw just yet. Still waiting on that pick. Maybe someday. Tal's getting low here. He should be fine, but a couple more autos might do it. And there it is, first blood. Definitely not fine. The solo kill on the top lane. Gonna have to see how that one started.
Yeah, we definitely need a replay to understand how Tal just straight up died. In the laning phase, both flashes were down. We saw the exchange. That was strange, and Tal was able to hold QV accountable in game one. In a very different matchup. Now we're both on tanks, so watch the replay. Tal had no mana and was greeding to push the last minions forward, and then just straight up gets chased down. There's no other way to put it. Glacial Augment Scion is not the Arcane Comet Scion. Didn't show enough respect. QV walks up. A lot of points into the queue. Another slow and just too easy. Embarrassing from the side of Tal. On paper seemed very oppressive, but actually Anivia's extra range gives her a lot of good options again.
League of Archangel's staff, as even the Syndra gets it. And on this patch, we'll see if that gets changed in the future. Of course, Faker goes for Rod of Ages first, then we'll go into that item. Trying to pick up the blue, as you'll notice that KSV getting pretty aggressive in here.
Very nice leash spot. If Blank stays there, you'll notice it wasn't losing any patience, so no chance it was going to be stolen. Interrupt.
Blank a little bit too far forward here as he tries to challenge them. And even Core JJ roaming up from the bottom lane. Faker in a lot of trouble too. He's going to be forced to flash here. Does just barely get out in time, so a bit of a mistake from Blank and a nice roam from Core JJ.
He seemed very picture.
Nice wall here to try to get the disengage, but Faker has no flash and nowhere to go. He's going to have to sacrifice himself just for the Ocean Drake. Everybody else, or rather the Cloud Drake even, everybody else is going to get out there. Faker knew he was surrounded with no escape.
It seems like that was on a recall. They wanted to get a Drake.
Under that turret would just die. Looking to dive onto QV now, who is all alone. We do have Crown coming in from the jungle, but it looks like it will not be in time as QV just staying a little bit too late underneath that turret.
It's really strange. QV had no control of his own red side jungle and decides to stay when we saw Tal on the other side of the map just giving it up. That is a long time. A lot of fights are decided before then.
Here we go again from Crown. Alone pushing a side lane, but this time it might actually beat SKT in. Blank not in a great spot here. Is going to have that passive, but here comes Tal. Going to chomp down and take away that Syndra. Can they save him though? He's so tanky, and there's no damage. Look at Ruler totally zoned out the entire time in this fight, and now QV's going to go down. Core JJ all by his lonesome on the right side with the exhaust coming in here, trying to survive, but not looking good. The Grand Entrance going to take him down. Double kill over to Bang. Kind of a wonky, messy fight that SKT get the better of.
Yes.
Has that rocket jump to get away. Nice knock up here on a Blank. That's going to be a good chunk. They're even going to use the Sejuani ultimate, but good engage once again. Blank is going to go down, though, on the end of it. And now Core JJ getting onto Tal, who's getting pretty low. Faker's still in good position here, going to move forward, try to get that E down, and it's going to take down, and he does pick up the kill. So nice little play there from Faker on the Anivia. Always in position, huge damage now though coming out from the Syndra. SKT, they got to be careful, they're playing with fire effort. Again, going to jump in, has to flash away. Ruler again with the rocket jump, gets out of dodge. Crown now getting a lot more confident, gets the stun onto Faker. Seems like the fight never ends, but SKT on the end of it are going to lose.
I spent the whole fight watching Ruler and really change the battlefield very quickly. They got the stun.
Faker's on a ward, and he's going to try to flash away from this one, but not looking good. But a good follow-up engage from Blank and a fantastic wall, and there it is. The follow-up from that first. They're going to get two as a massive wall comes in from Faker. The godlike plays to turn that fight around.
You can see that KSV are not ready in practice to playing against Anivia. It looked like the easiest pick of all time. Faker caught in the shop for the multiple times this season, but the wall turns it around. Again, KSV can do no damage with Edge Stunner, and SKT looking for Baron.
The wall is going to be very nice, but lots of low members here on the side of SKT. They got to get off of this one and disengage. Cuba's just running on in. The Beast, they want to get that Baron, but it's stunned. He does get it at the last second. That was like 150 health left over. Nice wall once again here from Faker. Doesn't look like KSV want to fight this one. It's just way too much CC. And not enough poke coming out of KSV to get anyone down. So the Baron does go over to SKT. It's on the left side, but there's no way to get onto that Baron. It's way too far away. Period having a fun time in the bottom side.
We haven't seen him for SKT until now. Flawless so far. They break the inhibitor.
Oh, Crown. Gotta be careful about that one. We mentioned it before. Syndra doesn't really have an escape outside of her flash.
I'm going to put it out there. Pyrian did his job as well.
Oh, poor JJ. We'll see you later. Certainly doing his job for SKT this time around.
The damage in the fountain.
Really good engage once again. And KSV now somehow, after losing the Baron, tails between their legs. They have no answer as Ruler is stunned for what seems like ages. Has to go back into the fountain. This push never seems to end. They're getting in there. Crown is getting low. He cannot clear the wave, and Anivia is having so much fun just zoning everybody out with the walls, with the ultimate. Let's see if they continue going in. The Flash Beast doesn't do quite enough damage to Crown. It looks like they want to disengage from here.
Game may not end, but they get everything bar the second Nexus turret.
It's working out in the way that Faker is playing the Anivia tonight. JJ is going to get caught again, has to blow his ultimate, but we'll see if he gets out of this one. Non-stop CC, and there is just no escape. He tries to use the blasting flat, uses a desperation flash too, as it seems like KSV are just, they don't know what's going on anymore in this game.
There was a couple of bloopers. He also used the poke.
Ever, and obviously his first game here in 2018 spring. On the champion. There's the engage. They're going to get Ruler over there. Crown in the front line. He's just going to disappear. And now the back line. Look at Ruler. He cannot get close in this fight. Everybody just going to be running with their tail between their legs. Sion going to lead the charge. As, again, Core JJ goes down. There's nothing they can do. Crown just getting bursted out of that fight before it even started.
And Syndra had so much of a fun time in lane against Anivia. Great lane, but out of lane, no fun at all. They're looking for the end.
Yeah, they're looking for it here. KSV, they're going to survive at least for now. But another fantastic wall. You're not getting away with this one as the kidnap comes in. And Ruler, it's going to go down eventually. They go for Cube first. And Ruler just knows he cannot do anything. The inhibitor's going to respawn.
Awkward.
So they cannot end the game. It's really up to Ruler here to try to go 1v5. We'll see if he can actually do it. Very doubtful as the long death timers are coming in at 38 minutes. They kill the inhibitor, and that's going to do it for the game. Another wall just for good measure, and the 2-0 from SKT. A big surprise for sure, as they say, we want to go to the playoffs.
SKT gets some payback onto KSV, take them down twice in the regular season in LCK Spring and keep their slim hopes of making it to the playoffs alive. They still need the results to go their way. Rox Tigers has the inside track and they play Kongdu Monster in our second set. But the most tantalizing thing about this game is that KSV may end up doing the double favor for them, Valdez, because KSV play against the Rox Tigers next week. And if they lose to SKT and beat Rox, which is certainly possible with how good KSV have been outside of this game,